Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Sorrel, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. All right, I mean, we talked a little bit about everything on this page, you know what I mean? Um, but, I think one of the things that most people still have totally failed to understand is the system and how it's supposed to work. And what I mean by that is bottom line is that, I can say it a million times and sometimes it comes off as condescending or whatever y'all want to say, but the registries involved are responsible for the integrity of this breed. The registries are the ones who are supposed to be banning people. They're supposed to be getting rid of dogs. They're supposed to be doing different things. Even yard checks. Some of the registries of late, I know the AKC. I just seen a breeder that I follow, and she's only been breeding 35 years, but she got her first ever yard check where they came out and checked out her yard as a registered breeder with the AKC. And yes, they still do that, but everything is about quality control. Everything is about the improvement of the breed. It's not a thing about making the breed successful or popular. Most of you people keep talking about, hey, mind your business. This is what this is. This is what that is. If you are a part of a breed or have interest in that breed, everything is your business. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is the quality of the dogs, the direction that they're trying to take the breed in. This is the community's business. As a community, if we start to see that the registry or certain breeders or whatever the case may be is taking a breed that we love and we're putting our time, money, and effort into in a different direction than what it's supposed to be, especially a harmful direction, it is absolutely your right to say something. People shouldn't be telling you to shut up and mind your business and do you and don't worry about nobody else's yard and this and that and the other. See, that's some dumbass street shit that people try to do. Mind your business is, I worry about myself. And they even take it as a badge of some kind of integrity. I worry about myself and I'm raised to worry about me and not worry about what another man is doing and this, that, and the other. That's fine in certain contexts, but in other contexts, it would make you a straight lame. You know what I mean? So any of y'all that come on here, I can talk street too. Believe that. So any of y'all that come on my page and y'all talk with so much integrity that, what I'm saying, oh, I ain't know, I mind my business. Well, what if you seen somebody doing something to a kid? You gonna mind your business then? What if you see somebody doing something that you know is flat out inherently wrong and violating somebody in a fucked up way? You gonna mind your business then? Because like I say, unfortunately, I come from a bad place and I know some of the most thugged out, solid dudes that you will ever know that's then whooped on people about other people's business because they was totally violating. You know what I mean? I won't talk about the circumstances or the situations, but when y'all come on here with y'all street mentality, even those rules apply here. In this community, we are talking about defending the integrity and the health of these animals. This is why people are upset. People are not upset because somebody is making a lot of money. People are not upset because somebody else is more popular and all that shit. A lot of people here generally care about the dogs and the well-being of the dogs, and they hate to see that the people breeding and promoting these dogs that are obviously unhealthy. So people are stepping up and saying something about it, and y'all little reverse psychology or whatever that bullshit is y'all try to pull to make somebody feel bad about stepping up and saying the right thing and trying to do the right thing for a breed, it's just not going to work. People are going to push forward and try to make these dogs better. The American Bully should be a very nice, clean, healthy dog that can go on walks, that can go to parks, that can do all the things that another dog can do. It shouldn't be a broke down animal that needs to be carried, that needs to be nurtured in special ways, that we have to worry about dying at 5 years old. It was absolutely insane to see somebody come on here and talk about, oh man, a dog lived 5 years. That's a good life. You got to be one of the biggest dickheads I ever heard of in my life to talk about 5 years is a good long life for a dog. 5 years ain't even a good long life for a damn dish towel. I don't know. I don't understand where y'all coming from, man. And this is why myself, I made it my intentions at all times to be super vocal, even when I wasn't even in the best position to do what it is that I like to do with this breed. I put the knowledge out there and be super vocal about what was going on, because it's a lot of you guys who feed a ton of false information to people, a ton of false information. I'm sitting on the airplane yesterday. I was on the airplane yesterday, and I'm sitting here with my boys, and I see a guy who's breeding Frenchies, and he gets on the plane. You know what I mean? First of all, dude was a fucking embarrassment, sitting there arguing with his girlfriend all loud on the plane while we was waiting on him to fix a part. But then second of all, you know what I mean, to hear him give the information as he was actually had a little Frenchie with him. Oh yeah, the Merle coat is worth more than this and that and the other. And he don't know that how stupid he looking. And I'm sitting here just listening, right? So basically when he walked away, you know what I mean, I could hear the people's conversation, behind me when he got up and went to do his thing. And they like, man, get a load of that. People really need to get a job nowadays, and they said a lot more, but you know what I'm saying. But they was just clowning, dude. Like, he didn't know that the people that he was sitting there talking to was probably pretty much educated in dogs, and like, damn, dog, this is your hustle to violate a breed standard and do whatever you want to do. And the dog is obviously having a little bit of an issue breathing here, and you got it on this plane stuck up under a seat, and they were worried about the health of the dog. And y'all know how people is. Maybe we should call someone. Do you know if what city this is landing in? Okay, do you think he has a connecting flight? And all this bullshit, you know what I mean? Well, now, do you know what city? What did she say? Do you know somebody in that city that maybe we can report this to? Because this dog is obviously not in the best of health and all that type of shit. And I'm just sitting there like, I damn sure wasn't about to open my mouth. I don't want to be involved in that can of worms at all. But see, this is why the registries and the community has to speak up, because people who do these things one way or the other, when they go out into the regular world where people ain't acceptance of this bullshit that they pull, it all gonna come back on us. This is why the dogs are being banned in certain places. This is why we're having all the issues that we're having with these dogs, is because you've got the bad apples, and the bad apples, just like anything else, you put a bad apple in a batch of apples, eventually they all gonna mold a lot faster. And that's what's happening, in our community. And this is why it's almost crazy to think that we see so many screwed up dogs and so much going on, and barely anybody ever gets a slap on the wrist in our community. Our community is not, the registries of this community is not policing the community at all, not making the communities better at all. The breeding ethics are terrible. So many people breeding a dog shortly after a year old, all these other things that's going on with these dogs, man. It is what it is, But eventually, it all catches up, and hopefully we don't take the brunt of it. And that's why I'm hoping that we'll be able to do something to improve the breed, very, very shortly. But like I tell you on the lives, man, make your voice heard, voice your disapproval. You don't even have to argue with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I've seen plenty of people who just say, that ain't right, that dog is unhealthy, and leave it at that. The person will try to argue with them up and down, but they make their statement on it. And the thing of it is that you never know who's watching. You might spark the mind of somebody else who's naive to everything that's going on here, and they go check behind this and be like, damn, dog, that dog is unhealthy as hell. I don't want to deal with nothing like that. But when we sit by idly and be silent about the health and the situations with these dogs, and we allow naive people to buy these dogs, not truly knowing what they're getting themselves into, we are complicit into the robbery that just went on. You know what I mean? And we have to make our voices heard to save this community, make this community a lot more alert, and make people more aware so that their cancerous behavior doesn't continue to grow. Because right now, like I say, this, let's just say 2021 was by far and away the worst year that I could say as far as public perception of this breed and what was going on with this breed. The public perception of this breed is terrible now. As I've told y'all about, and I hate to keep on bringing it up, but not only are the dogs all the way screwed up, You know, now we have 9 million podcasts with dummies just talking to hear themselves talk and spreading more false information. And then, you know what I mean, we've got, you know, the Bashar shows, his stack-offs of unhealthy dogs about to die. Like I said, robberies, shooting, murder, you know, all these different things, man. Fights at shows. It's a lot to digest just for one breed having so many problems and putting this face out here. Hell, we made TMZ. No other dog breed was talked about on TMZ besides the American Bully this year. That's what we doing, man. But I thank y'all for your time, man. God bless all y'all. Much love. Peace.